Oliver Tree, he dropped an album, Alone in a Crowd, and it's almost okay. No, I first got wind of Oliver when his Life Goes On track kinda blew up out of nowhere, but that really wasn't the case because he's been consistently making music since before that. However, in his more recent music, his persona has taken more of a center stage, really carrying his career, which I have no issue with because the character that he plays is very entertaining. They shine through a lot on interviews like that one with H3H3, Fantano, and my favorite, Bad Friends. But let's discuss the album track by track. Bounce is a fun dance pop track that really goes nowhere, which is okay. Tracks like these don't really need to, but at such a short runtime of 2 minutes and 46 seconds, why is the last 46 seconds just instrumental? If anything, the music video is far more interesting and entertaining than the song itself, which is a recurring theme on this album. It's an okay track, I'm not really disappointed, I just expected a bit more. One and Only is the second single on this album. It's incredibly formulaic and it really leaves no impact on me. At another really short time of just over 2 minutes, Oliver still manages to sound like one of the most generic writers possible. Bo Burnham did a skit a couple years ago where he basically spoke about the music industry and artists making really generic music that can apply to anyone, that way it would have a really large audience, and that is what this song sounds like, unironically. Life would not be the same, my dear. Essence sounds like a Calvin Harris track, which isn't a compliment, but it isn't as bad as you would think. Again, very formulaic, it doesn't have much lyrical value, but if this song comes on while you go street shopping, it's not gonna completely ruin your day. But for as complex, entertaining, and creative the character of Oliver is, it rarely translates to his music. It isn't abnormal for artists or anyone to pivot from their art form. Like Donald Glover was an actor before he started making music, Michael Jordan played baseball. Maybe Oliver should just take his skills in directing or creating music videos and just expand on that. Like, DaBaby is a much better director than he is a rapper. The world is yours, so do what you want to. You will find that if you try. Star is high-key ass. Now just imagine this song was from the perspective of a pedophile. It makes these lyrics a lot worse, right? Paired with how Mr. Oliver looks, I mean, the jokes just write themselves. Put it in my fake Gucci bag, speeding like a demon. Fairweather Friends sounds like someone trying to make a hip-hop track if their only reference was a Lil Dicky album. Very bland, forced aggression, and bad songwriting, but thank God it's short at least because, phew, this song sucks. I'm gonna miss your smile. Lately life's been wild. Please don't forget I'll be. This song is just as bad as the last, completely forgettable. I really don't even know what to say. It feels like spending your last 20 on food, but it absolutely sucks and you're still hungry, so you gotta eat. I don't know what this instrumental is, but I never want to hear it again. You're the greatest part of my life. You should know that you're the Highlight of My Life is a nice pickup from the last few tracks. It's very mellow, a bit generic, and kinda mid, but I would take a mid track over a bad track. But Jesus Christ, it's like he paid a bunch of 10-year-olds to write this song, and without any revision, he just placed the lyrics on this track exactly as is. Better from what I felt that night, the first time. The First Night sounds like something from Neon Trees. I only ever heard one song from this band, but it reminds me of them. So purely out of nostalgia, I like it. Very simple beat, some guitar strings and drums on the production, and one of the more enjoyable hooks on this record, but I must say listening to this album so far is a bit depressing. So let me just save us all some time. The last few tracks like Strangers, Invisible Man, and Elevator to the Sky are all mid, bland, and filler. You've heard the same shit lyrics, bad writing, and lukewarm vocal delivery on this album already. Lastly, With You has to be one of the best songs on this project. It has one of the most warm and infectious hooks on this album that makes a bad day just better. This is probably the first time that him sounding childlike comes off as innocent and admirable. It's probably one of my favorite songs on this album. Okay, so that was Oliver Tree's Alone in a Crowd, and it's a solid 4. This album is really mid, not because it's completely bad. I just think that the character of Oliver as well as the music videos are way more entertaining than the songs themselves, which sets this expectation for you to receive something that's so creative and engaging that it just completely falls short of. Everything is bland and it's some of the worst writing that I've seen this year. It was honestly just a huge letdown listening to this project. I saw a tweet recently where someone said that basically an artist's marketing scheme is like 10 times more complex than their music, and I think that applies here a lot. And the instrumentals. Yes, there are a few interesting ones, however, the vast majority sounds like royalty-free background music. I know he's recently turned sober, but you know how certain actors and comedians were funnier when they were on drugs? Now, I'm not saying that he should go back, but you know, just a sprinkle of, that white powder every now and then mightn't be that bad. Anyway, after his tour, I think he should take the next couple of years off. Maybe by then he might have something interesting to offer. But those are just my opinions. You could let me know yours. Please form your own. Links are in the description, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.